Shosuke Academy. Now this is a heavy video because of the impact I've made with Shosuke. So let's go into who created Shosuke. So over the years, I built up a reputation for being a popular guy that goes to anime conventions and literally pulls tons of girls. So literally, I had this little, persona going on where literally I was the new Justin Bieber when I literally freaking just pulled chicks at conventions. The reason why I said that was because I was known for being cold. I was known for being like a gorilla at first. I was known for like literally being hip-hop, being like really cold. But the reason why I said Justin Bieber is because I was trying a little bit more of a pop route to expand my media. And so literally what happened was this. So basically what happened was literally I was supposed to get a date with Karma, and she literally tried to come, but things happened. So many people were trying to get in her head and stuff like that. So it didn't work out. So I said later. So literally freaking what happened was the invention of Shosuke was made by a collab that was supposed to be with me and Kissback Karma, because literally I was supposed to be Shosuke and she was supposed to be Dekuruto, like Deku and Naruto. Yeah, so basically like we were gonna have a My Hero Academia and Naruto crossover cosplay. Like we were gonna have a group doing so much preparation, so much everything. But one angle people came at me with is no matter how whack they try to destroy it, as soon as I wear this red and black fit, it's gonna be over. Now, if you look at it at a grand scale, like once you really get up there, you can kind of say that that's full of shit, even though it's undeniable. And that's the reason why it's full of shit, because it's undeniable. That fit is fucking crazy. It was literally horrible the first day when I went to level up 2020. Literally, I was dealing with trolls, I was dealing with gang stalkers, I was doing everything. But as soon as the second day came along, I knew it was going to be better because of how much effort I put into it. Because I rushed and put the fit together, literally, for the first day. Literally, they didn't treat it like shit, but literally, as soon as I came back with Shosuke, but that's what backfired on them. Because I had Shosuke in the vote, because I am also a great performer, I made it outstanding. They gave me the opportunity to go hard on the second day because they kept on pulling this whole fake celebrity shit. Once they actually gave me the shot, it skyrocketed. And it explained everything that had to do with my career. Shosuke was literally the pinnacle, the final step to get my shit towards paper. Literally, because of literally the concept of it. So who is Shosuke? Shosuke is a mixture between Shoto Todoroki from My Hero Academia and Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto. Because of literally the two school jocks from both the series, literally, the two school pretty boys is who I cosplayed as, and literally, it was crazy. I had a really dope feel going on, so literally, I went in and I pulled a whole lot of freshman year techniques. Even though I wasn't gorillaing, there's still a whole lot more than freshman year to it. I had a lot of equivalent skill as Shinobi, so literally, what I did was I placed myself out there. It was pretty freaking funny, because Shosuke is one of my strongest cosplays that I've ever worked on. So it went from me being dope flamingo, wearing all pink, literally having several different matching outfits for freaking fanmade, to literally cosplaying as Jonah from Jumanji and cosplaying as Killer from Solia, having all these professional cosplays, Oromori from Naruto. And then what happened was they did a lot of stuff to dim down my reputation. So what happened was literally I had to put on for Shosuke. Shosuke was my final, freaking chance to show them that it's not me, it's you when it comes to this whole social dynamic. Because what happened was I put on that fit and it was everything because of what happened. So here is the basis. Since Karma wasn't there, I had to make sure I pulled the rate myself, and I did exponentially. They took it seriously now that I got my materialistic shit going on, but that is where they fell completely flat. Because one thing that Shosuke did is something that I never imagined to do, and I keep on sleeping on that concept because I didn't like the fact that I was matching colors. That personally, for me, it was one of the simplest concepts that I could have ever done. But what made it special was I was supposed to go with a specific person, and the fact that I couldn't go with that person, that outfit is still really cool. But I'm like, man, I'm already known for rocking pink. Why would I switch literally to red and black at the time? Literally, if it was still cool, but you have to understand, like, that's a side of me that I normally don't throw out there unless literally freaking I'm sharing my time with someone. So literally what happened was it was really crazy. It was me going around everywhere, macking on all the girls. So that is what Shosuke is known for. So basically, Shosuke is literally the most successful when it comes to professional networking and where it comes to putting on. They said they wanted a show, and it was a 5-month-old rival for Shosuke. Literally, me and Carmen planned it, and literally everything, all this fucking miscellaneous timeline went down on the side. So literally, we were all prepared for that. So everybody took it as a joke, and like, this is not the problem with kids these generations. They took it as a joke. Ha ha ha, you couldn't get your date with Carmen, you kept on cheating. Ah ha ha, you kept on hacking, you kept on hitting, you kept on annoying her. Literally, and that was the fucking truth, and all that shit happened before I can get the conviction. It was very, very, very sad. Very sad that literally how they treated the situation, but it backfired on them because that's how girls work in general. And that was literally the outstanding part about it. They took it as a joke, and literally they went along with the Lisa mentality, saying that it's not him, it's his material things that get girls, when it's actually, you know, who is going to be a prick where it comes to that shit. You have to be a super biased person looking for something specific in order for that shit to literally make sense at all, which is why it's a retarded concept. So we anticipated what it was going to be for Shosuke, but it went overboard. Because that whole time I was training, and I actually did put it on. It didn't matter how much gang stalking they did, my training outdid their gang stalking. Because I put in the work. They can only do so much for so long, and it really tore them apart. Well, literally, they tried to make it seem like, oh, this is fake celebrity, but as soon as I put it on, and as soon as I went out there, the ladies couldn't resist, and I got super popular again. So let me explain. The first time I got popular for Gorilling Girls, which is kind of inappropriate, but it's not, because the way I did was, it was just like the high school jock literally going around, like, grabbing all the freaking cheerleaders. I was known by everyone for the first fan mate, and I was known professionally as being a top class pimp. And literally going to conventions, doing this shit that makes you jealous in high school, like literally wearing fancy outfits, grabbing ass, literally. That's what made it really popular and professional. But then they had to dumb it down after a while because I didn't have it on paper. So like literally they kept on saying this and that. It's like, oh, so that's why they had examples like, you know, you can't do that without like people's consent, which was literally, there was no fucking question like what the fuck is consent. Like literally we're both feeling the same thing at the time, but then they started to get really cringy and technical and really try to take my rights away over and over again. So it's like, it doesn't fucking matter. I have personality before I grabbed it anyway. That's the whole reason why I got to grab it, and that's the whole concept of why people are failing to realize. It's a all around thing, man. So the first fan made is what got me really popular, but it led to a series of events of really people trying to make excuses for nerds, saying that, yo, like, literally, he's just a flashy guy, these girls don't actually like him for who he is, literally over and over again. But then I came back with Kizaru, and then I really came back with Shosuke, but the Kizaru shit scared them to a point where they're like, you know what, we're not gonna allow you to be professional anymore, because I got second chance at Crunchyroll 2019. This is not a cosplay storyline goes. So literally, I got second chances, like the security guards trying to be nitpicky after letting me in for an entire day and a half, and then they want to throw me to the side and say, okay bro, what happened? Because it was obvious that it was a misunderstanding, but I'm like, why you're waiting now to fucking give me a so-called fucking warning? Well, I've already been on my best behavior, well, I've already stopped doing it. You don't have to treat me like a little kid. Oh, just a reminder and stuff like that. No, you should be telling them to fuck off. I haven't seen them done anything. And so the whole thing is, they kept on controlling the fucking situation so I wouldn't shine. So, like, literally, since I did so good, they had to meet me halfway. So when I went to Level Up Expo and went like this, it's like, okay, we're gonna make a joke out of his first day because he poorly put it together. We want him to actually do something at his expense. What I did was literally, I stopped working. I got a random wig at a fucking anime store at the mall and literally fucking put a whole like a random fit together, but I already had something else in mind, so it wasn't completely freestyle, but it was compared to, you know, the other two that were literally way more of an archetype. And like the first one was way more miscellaneous. They tried to call me goofy, and the first one was Decker. Go watch Level Up 2020 on my channel and you'll understand what I'm talking about. They tried to make a joke out of the first day, but they couldn't because of how hard I was going. And literally, so it was alright because of literally how good I am, but there was tons of gang stalking. So the next day was the arrival of Shosuke. So Shosuke comes and literally he destroys everything. He has great dialogue. Nothing the first day happened the second day, even though they still gave me limited tools. Like, they weren't as much activities, but there were a whole lot more room for me to get what I needed to get done. So I literally, even though I already proved I could get done one with Kizaru, keeping this cosplay shit going on was really gonna be a pain because I really had to like lower down my swag, my street smarts, my level of things to actually meet it. So what happened was this. So looking, when I went in as Shosuke, literally everything fucking shut off. It was like literally no such thing as gang stalking. Literally looking like in my prime and everything. This guy literally did something that I wasn't expecting him to do. What Shosuke did across from all my other cosplays is he made it 100% concrete official when I thought it was already official. It was, but there are people fighting it. Shosuke gave them something that they couldn't fight. That is the reason why I love Shosuke. That's the reason why I love this video, because my cosplay, community is really, really big. From the first fan made to all the friends I made at Crunchyroll, stuff like that. I didn't expect my cosplay family to get any freaking bigger, but it actually did. And Shosuke made it 10 times bigger. And I thought it wasn't a big percentage, but actually Shosuke uplifted everything I had before times 2, because of what actually went on is literally Shosuke. What he did was he showed everyone that I could be 100% professional, but there are people in my way. Oh my god, this is such a good video. One of my favorite topics for season 2. So let's get into what happened the day of Shosuke. So Shosuke comes out and literally, first thing, pulls a girl number. Very first thing, all matching outfit, literally pulls Sakura's number. First thing, and then he goes and another girl, literally fucking 5 feet later, pulls her number. Literally getting number on top of number on top of number. Literally interacting with hella fucking people, like going hella fucking crazy, saying hi to Kratos, like doing this and that. Like, it was really, really crazy, because that let me know that there were multiple Easter eggs for me, but it was really, really watered down compared to what I had in the past. The con itself back in the past was literally way fucking better, and way better for everyone. What they did was literally, they may have dumbed it down, but I brought it back because I knew how to perform, and I used what they put in front of me to the biggest and greatest extent, because of literally how cool Shosuke is as a character, how smooth he is. He was like the smooth school jock. So like literally, it went from me being literally the Chad Academy to being the Prince Charming of Level Up Expo, because I literally, what I did was I created a whole separate high school in Vegas, because that's what Level Up is. And since I come from California, it was really good, because I thought about so many advantages that I had at Vegas, and literally freaking, I may have like a whole freaking high school, like at least fucking 3 high schools, like literally back in California. But now literally I went to Vegas and I created a whole new system. I came out with 17 girls numbers with Shosuke, and with Kizaru I came through with at least 8. Going hard on top of hard on top of hard. It was so freaking funny. Like literally, my mom chose a Pacific hotel that had Wi-Fi. I was watching anime in the fucking morning, wondering if the next day, because I had to do a gang stalking the first day, and I was wondering if I should even fucking try to fucking put on Shosuke because of how fucking stupid the first day was. But in the morning I was watching Darwin's Game, and so I got to watch an episode of good ass anime, and then God gave me the hint it was gonna be a really good day. So literally, I woke up in the morning, and then all of a sudden I had way better luck. I started pulling girls number after girls number after girls number. Literally, I went so fucking hard, and then I ran into this dancer called Zorio Richie. And Zorio Richie, ooh, and I got a sponsor from Dragon Ball 2. Literally, because of the fit I wore, I got a sponsor from literally a specific character that you can't even see in Super. Like literally, a specific character that's exclusive from Akira Toriyama to really hardcore fans. Like unless you geek them, unless you really keep up with Dragon Ball Heroes. And I got a specific cosplayer that greeted me, that let me know Funimation gave me a shout out with Shosuke. And so everything was going along good. The only problem was we had a lot of technical difficulties, because we dealt with a whole bunch of bad activity, due to a lot of unfortunate people that went to the con and tried to mess the con up. So like, it was a little bumpy, but at the same time it gave me hint after hint that I'm getting closer and closer and closer, and I went so freaking hard at Shosuke, it wasn't even funny. So literally, I got introduced because I was also training for the dance. I was training for Shosuke, and I was training for the dance where it came to Level Up Expo 2020. So I ran into this girl called Zorio Richie, which is right up my alley. She happens to go to the dance school, and she happened to perform at Level Up Expo 2020. And the reason why I love Zorio Richie is because of literally how she reminds me of literally how hot I am, like literally how good I am at like literally making this thing pop, like literally, because she added on to the Shosuke archetype, and she is what we imagine when we say Shosuke Academy. We think of fine girls like Zorio Richie, and literally all the numbers I got, like literally that is literally the basis of Shosuke Academy. I made a whole separate high school in Vegas. Now, I already had so many in Cali, but it was so fucking crazy because there's a different type of people, different field, different archetype. I freaking love all the freaking women that I made, like literally at the fight, everything. It was so fucking cool, and I was also known as a school jock for going ham on the dance floor. So after I got the numbers, I got the rubber in their fucking face. It was so fucking crazy. So the best part about Shosuke was literally he helped me gain my subs, and if it wasn't for Shosuke, if it wasn't for the example that Shosuke put, I would not be at the fame where I'm at today. You can try and fight that filter shit all you want. I've already seen myself in recommendations to shoutouts and other videos. I worked for the Warriors before it. Fuck off. But anyway, back to Shosuke. What I like the most about Shosuke, he is the reason why I became the Timothy Delgado of this generation. Because let's go back to 8th grade. Last year was trying to imitate what happened in 8th grade, because in 8th grade I was a Timothy Delgado fanatic. I love Timothy Delgado. I listened to like literally all his songs that were online, but I didn't watch all his Wild and Outs, and I didn't like listen to all his songs on iTunes, but he has some really, really good bangers. I know PD Flow. I even know that separate guy's child, you know, that one Mexican guy that literally pretends to be both of them, but is more consistent. Yes, I was that on Timothy Delgado when I was in 8th grade. He was my favorite YouTuber. I always wanted to be just like him. So here's what happened. After Shosuke, I was wondering, you know, I have a lot of girls' numbers. I know going in at the com, I have every DM. I have so many, you know, things that define why I'm so popular. I'm still wondering, why do I just have word of mouth of why I'm not so popular here? All was resolved to Shosuke. Shosuke was literally the meaning to why I was being held back so much, because literally I put on that outfit and literally went crazy. And so like literally it was definitely at that point. So I'm adding, I pulled this girl's number, I really went ham at family. Okay, so now it's self-explanatory. So like literally what I had to do was I had to reach out to other people to like to gain more stuff. That's why I gave shout outs to Anime Bones Deep, Super Mecha Frieza. All those shout outs I gave was the reason why I kept on growing and growing and growing. And like now it's self-explanatory now. And like literally this is girl who I literally met the car, who literally freaking still views me as a Timothy Delgado. Where the fuck is my man? Like, literally so fucking funny. Every fucking word. Fucking still thinking about me to this day. I was a school jock. I pulled the prettiest girls in the con. Literally so fucking insane. And it was so crazy, because now I think about it, now I know why I got to grab every BM. Now I know why I did this, that, and it's self-explanatory. And so literally the way I structure my videos when I talk about 8th grade literally made everybody think that I was Timothy Delgado. You know why I felt so much like Timothy Delgado? Because I was obsessed with Timothy Delgado when I was in high school. I mean, like literally, I was in junior high, it was nothing but Timothy Delgado. So if you're imagining why I became that, it's because I'm used to him. And I'm like, dude, this reminds me a lot when I was in junior high. So I'm glad I got to share that experience with you guys. Like literally, I saved the world by showing people what standards were. Literally, I became the new Timothy Delgado. Last year was the best year of my life because everything was self-explanatory. I got to literally speak about my best friend from high school, our girl. Literally, I never imagined it. Like literally, no, Shosuke was going hard and hard and hard and hard that day for Level Up. It was so freaking funny, literally. I was having ongoing anime at the time, and literally, so I got in, listened to my funny music, and I was able to watch a couple of episodes of anime, literally, and I went back, and I still got more numbers. It was hella funny, literally came back, pulled at least fucking 7 numbers, literally went in like lunchtime, halftime, it's time to watch anime, literally, so I started watching the rumor, I started watching all that shit, and all of a sudden, I imagined, like, myself when I was with Uncle David. And literally, and we all know how much literally freaking love Uncle David gets in this channel. That shit's hella funny, because literally forget how much fun I was having. Like, I feel like I'm with one of my older uncles right now, and so literally, and I do have a family, like I do have 7 families, so that's letting me know that I'm getting closer and closer and closer because of how much fun I was having. Me pulling all those girls, and then I got in, started watching the rumors, started watching everything in my video hotel, and I'm imagining that I'm literally with Uncle David right now, how much energy I freaking have. Like, literally, dude, this is so fun, this is undeniable. And at the time, I was kind of like, I'm like, why am I having so much fun? Like, why do I feel like I'm with Uncle David? All I did was just pull a whole bunch of chicks. But now that I'm older, I realized, like, yo, like, that is everything. You get what I'm saying? Like, that is why all that energy was just there. And I'm sitting there, it feels like I was just like in 8th grade, like literally at the beginning, literally. I got out, pulled a whole bunch of numbers, watched a couple of anime episodes of Hotel, went back to their car and pulled even more numbers. It was crazy. I love freaking Shosuke. Last year, we're literally freaking, my brother literally tried to talk shit on my birthday, and I told him to go jack off. When I said, as strong as Jiren, when I said that, literally, I was picturing Jiren fucking, I wasn't just picturing Jiren, I was picturing hellish shit when I said that. I was I was thinking about, dude, look at hot ass Zoya Richie. Literally, I was thinking about Jiren, I was thinking about Zoya Richie, I was thinking about Shosuke Academy, I was thinking about Lily, the old girl at my job, Lily. I was imagining all of them laughing at my brother. That shit was hella funny. And that let me know that all those girls and everything that I did at last year's Level Up Expo was a foundation. It wasn't just literally just me being a school jock. It's an actual freaking foundation. Like literally, the school jock is really good. But at the same time, I was going crazy. But then it got to a point where literally freaking Shosuke literally became the most prominent of all my cosplays, and literally, if it wasn't for Shosuke, I wouldn't be able to look back at all the work I did at the other cons, because what I did with Shosuke was way different. It was the incredible example of what my base could do, but it was a really big success. It wasn't my base form, but it was really not my intention for it to be this successful. The reason why it was so successful is because it was the first time that I went all out when it came to drip and cosplay, and I stayed by the guidelines. That's why Shosuke was so successful. And I realized that over time, like, why is Shosuke so prominent? And literally, because every time I think about literally how I'm the new Timothy Delgado, I think about the girl I put at Level Up Expo, how she's always thinking about me, how she's always on my YouTube channel and shit like that. I'm like, oh my god, she's hella mad. Like, literally, she's always fucking mad that literally she can't text me because of freaking nerds and hacking and shit. I swear. So I realized that literally, that freaking, when it came down to it, I was really dissing Shosuke because I didn't like the fact that literally I loved the outfit, I loved the idea, but the root of the idea came from something I was supposed to share with somebody, but I ended up having a foundation instead, which is really freaking nice because that's how God works, you know, literally freaking, he may have not been able to give me the final interaction that I finally needed to get on paper. This shows that I know how I work with women. This shows that I can literally keep it collaborative. This shows that I can keep everything freaking consistent. But he gave me something even better. He gave me a whole bunch of women, and he gave me another foundation, even though I couldn't get my date with Karma. And that's what happens when people try to manipulate the situation. And that's literally what happens when you learn a whole lot about life. I'm like, why was it Shosuke? Why was it Shosuke that gave me this platform and not Dope Flamingo when I obviously did something that was more, you know, like phenomenal? Like, and I was thinking about like, why wasn't it? Is because of literally the angles that they were attacking me in society and how I literally got to prove all wrong. Like, Shosuke shot everybody fucking up, and they can try all they want to say that, yo, it was a drip and nothing else, but at that point, that drip is self-explanatory. And there was honestly no more angles to come at me, Lily. And so many fucking things happened when I went on Shosuke. Everybody was calling me Shosuke, Lily, this and that, Lily. Rumors started to be spread like, oh, why wasn't he going in with us? Like, Lily, it was crazy because of that shit is why Shosuke put everything that I knew about cosplay on. Because if it wasn't for him, like, I definitely wouldn't have had the platform I've had, because, like, what I did was I did something that created a standard. I marked my name as Shosuke, so the next day when I cosplayed, there was absolutely no problem. Absolutely no problem. Like, it felt like a normal con after I went with Shosuke, even though there was game stalking the first time. The second day I ran it down, and then literally freaking, they still had to do some security maintenance in the morning, but after that I went all the way back, and I was Asagiri again for the third day, and that is what made Level Up Expo pop. They tried, but because I worked hard for those 5 months, when I literally got the opportunity, it was over. And like, that was the shit. And this is the video of why I love Shosuke and why this a whole nother like empire for me out there. Another army that I have on there, a whole nother education system, Shosuke Academy in Vegas. I swear, literally. Like everybody that I made in Vegas, like the new freaking track list, everything that I made was in Vegas. This is Shosuke Academy, and this is the video that I was saving a whole lot of time for season 2.